Yahoo Finance's Aikikp Fujita is with Weiss Ratings crypto analyst Juan Villaverde. Aikikp?
Hi there, Zach. Yeah, let's get to the man himself, Juan Villaverde, joining me from Weiss Crypto Ratings. I want to start with the big crypto of them all.
Sure.
We're talking about Bitcoin, of course. It seems like we're seeing a bit of a bounce back. Right below that $4,000 mark is where we're at right now, after really a disastrous year.
Yeah.
Have we finally seen the bottom?
I think we may have seen the bottom, last December. There's a lot of indication, especially if we break 4,000 again after hitting that level earlier this year. We hit 4,000, we went back. If we cross that line again, 4,000, we would have retraced but made a higher low. And that's usually an indication that the market is at least done going down. Not sure a bull market is right around the corner. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the market needs a bit more time. Historically speaking, Bitcoin tends to make rounded bottoms. That means it takes about 6 months, 6 to 9 months for it to consolidate before it can go up again. But I think there's some evidence that December may have been.
What's interesting when you look at the moves from last year, well below that $20,000 mark we hit in December of 2017, and yet we saw a lot of institutional investors get in. Just a few weeks ago, we saw JP Morgan now announce the JPM coin. I know we're talking about two completely different products here, but how much of those kinds of announcements have provided support to Bitcoin?
I think it's JPM, for instance, is validating the whole concept, the whole notion for crypto assets, but we're also seeing Fidelity, I think, announcing custody services for their investors and a bunch of other institutions that are trying to get involved in the space. These people getting at the lows, they do not buy at the tops. They're smarter than that. That's why they call them smart money. So I think it's in their best interest to get in now. You would not see them getting involved at 20K or 15K. That's just not like them. So they're probably accumulating now as we speak.
Weiss Ratings just earlier this year became the first one to announce a cryptocurrency ratings system.
Yeah.
How do you go about rating
it's not easy. It's not easy.
Number one, there are so many different altcoins that are out there. Do you just pick the major ones here? What are your criteria?
Criteria is we're trying to pick the largest ones, essentially. So we wanted to cover the top 100. Once we were done with that, we kept going down the list. We sometimes find projects that are subscribers' requests, something that's getting a lot of attention for whatever reason. We decide to look into it. We rate it. Now, we rate it from 4 different perspectives. One is adoption, how many people are using the actual ledger, not speculating on an exchange, how many people are using the technology. The other thing we look at is technology itself. So what is this thing? What is it trying to do? And and the other 2 models deal with price action. So we try to bring everything into the mix. It may not be perfect, but we do look at all the possible angles to come up with our final rating.
You put out a note earlier this year, sort of looking at 2019 and where cryptocurrencies, the space as a whole, could go. And you pointed to this being the year where you could really see a huge rise in altcoins. Now, there's a lot of coins to go through on that front. Are there any particular ones that you're watching right now?
Particular altcoins that I'm watching right now, sure. I'm watching the high-tech ones, the ones that could bring a new wave of innovation to the space. I'm looking at Cardano, EOS, Holochain. That doesn't get a lot of attention, but we think it's really interesting what they're trying to do. Stellar, I think does not get enough credit for what they're trying to do. It's an improved version of Ripple. Not nearly as widely adopted as XRP, but really interesting if you look at how the technology is made up. There's a bunch of others. Hashgraph, but it hasn't come out yet. That one is really interesting as well. There's a number of altcoins that I think are going to get a lot of attention this year.
Okay, we'll have to watch the price moves on that one. It's great to have you on today. Juan Villaverde joining us from Weiss Crypto Ratings. Zach, back to you.